Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are wondering who the hell I am, well, my name is Maria. And if you're an old subscriber and are wondering where I've been, well, I've been MIA for a very long time. The last time I posted a video on YouTube was 4 years ago. I posted a video, but I went MIA from YouTube after that, like literally immediately, because I started focusing all of my energy to Instagram tutorials. Those took a lot less effort, and so I was able to, you know, post more stuff during the week than as opposed to a YouTube video, which takes a lot more effort to edit and, you know, sit down and film, whatever. But now I'm at a place in my life where I absolutely love editing and makeup, obviously. So I'm like, why not go back to doing this? Let me give YouTube another shot. Hopefully we can stay consistent and I can provide you with weekly tutorials. So today I decided, I was like, what am I going to film? Like, how am I gonna get back into the swing of things? So I figured the best way to start was to do my go-to everyday routine. Not so much every day because I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do, this is what I do. These are the products that I love. I'm very basic when it comes to my makeup routine, and what I mean by basic is if I like a foundation and a concealer, I'm just gonna use those. I don't care. I can have a million foundations, and if I like one, I'm gonna stick to that one, because if it works, why try to fix it, right? I incorporated some new products, so I'm excited to show you guys those as well. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and without further ado, let's get right to the tutorial. So to start off, I've already prepped my skin. I exfoliated today, and I've also like shaved off all the peach fuzz and like dead skin. I like to do that with a little blade. I get these on Amazon and they're pretty amazing. It literally works wonders. It will take off, like, I'm Spanish, so I'm a little hairy. So I like to really remove all the little baby hairs off my face, peach fuzz, whatever you want to call it. My skin's beyond dry in the winter, so I really like using this tool because it gets rid of all that dead skin and that dryness. I have Gabby here with me. She's my daughter. She's chilling on the side. So if you hear any random noise, it's her. My apology. You can only do so much to keep a 6-year-old entertained. For my brows, I'm actually a Benefit Cosmetics brow product whore. Like, I love it. My go-to is usually the Precisely my brow pencil. This is a small tip pencil. And then on the other side, it has a spoolie, and I'm the shade 5. Then after I fill in my brows, I like to go in with the 24-hour brow setter. This is a clear gel, and it's so amazing. It'll literally set all those little stubborn hairs in place all day. So that's what I did with my brows, and then I clean it out with concealer. I've already moisturized my face, and I used the Too Faced Hangover Good to Go moisturizer. Keeps me very hydrated, and it has SPF 25, and it smells amazing. And after that, I use the Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I'm gonna add some of the primer. So the foundation that I'll be using today is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's a medium to full coverage foundation, so it just covers literally every blemish. Like, I have so many right now, it's so random, like tiny little blemishes, and the foundation covers them all. And to apply my foundation, I'm gonna be using a nice beauty blender. So I'm gonna take that, about that amount, that's kind of like a pump, and I apply some to the back of the beauty blender, and then I dab it on the back of my hand, and then I go in and start applying it to my face. So now that I've applied the foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This concealer is amazing. It's full coverage, super blendable, it's nice and thick. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Sand. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the areas that I normally conceal. And this is where the bad bitch starts loading, when the skin's nice and even and all blemishes are covered. So I take the side where I apply my foundation with, and I kind of blend everything together. Don't forget the bottom of your neck. And now for a setting powder, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm gonna apply it with the beauty blender. We're not going to like bake with it. We're just gonna like dab it on. I don't be sitting here having time to bake, so I just like to, you know, really press it on. And then I do the same with this part. Now I'm gonna go in with powder. I'm gonna set the remainder of my face. I like to make sure that the setting powder and like the rest of the powder is all blended in together to make sure that that shit is locked the F down. This is how I make my makeup last all day. Like, it's all about your skin preparation and how you set everything. That way the foundation and concealer is not just like melting off your face. So unfortunately, you gotta layer. There's definitely ways of not looking cakey even though you're wearing a lot of product. So now I'm gonna move on to bronzer. And my go-to bronzer is the MAC Cosmetics Mineralized SkinFinish and Give Me Sun. This is it right here. I sometimes also use the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola bronzer. I alternate between the two, but for the most part, the Give Me Sun is my go-to. So the brush that I'm going to be using, I don't even know the name of it, but it's from Smashbox Cosmetics. I've been using it for so long that like it wore off. But it's like this angled fluffy brush. Okay, so there, it's just like the baby version. So if I want to like bronze my face, I would use this one, and this one more for like precise contour. So what I do is I concentrate the powder like right there. Now that we look like we're wearing a bronzer helmet, I'm gonna take that bigger brush that's clean and kind of blend everything together. So once that's done, I'm gonna go in with either the MAC powder or the Laura Mercier to kind of like bake. No, I said I don't really bake, but I bake sometimes. I'm trying to look a little snatch. And I'll just let that sit there for a bit.
I have a makeup question.
What's the question?
How do you do so good? That's weird.
It's called practice. You'll be this good one day.
I still be practicing my makeup like almost every day.
Really? Where?
Upstairs in my room.
So while we let that sit there, I'm gonna contour my nose because I almost forgot. I'm gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer. So I have these two brushes. One is from Luxie 131 mini angled brush, kind of banging, or this tapered blending brush E35 from Sigma. We'll do the blending brush. And then I like to just start off right here under my brow and drag it down so it kind of connects to my crease. So when it comes to contouring, you kind of have to judge it based on your nose and what your needs are for contouring. Are you trying to slim your nose because you have a bum? Whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna go in with a setting powder to kind of bake that area. I'm gonna go and apply some brow gel because what I do is I do my brows at the beginning. Some people do their brows at the end, but I'm a little too messy. Not every day is my brow day, so I try not to risk it. And I do them at the beginning, I clean it up, and then if I get powder on them, then I go back in and like brush them up. And then I go in with the brow gel to kind of set everything. I don't like to apply the brow gel to the very end because I feel like if I drop powder on them and then I try to go in and I already have the gel on, it's kind of annoying to try to fix because once you put the gel, it kind of sets the hairs and it gives it like a little bit of like a texture. They get a little hard. That makes sense. But anyways, it's bomb. I don't like messing with it until I'm done. I'm just gonna brush on some of this gel, and you can just brush it in whatever direction you want the hairs to chill in, and it gives it like that final like look. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It makes it look a little more groomed. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with another brush and kind of clean off all of that leftover stuff. Although I did like some baking under my cheekbone, I like to make sure I go back in with a brush and kind of like blend it out. I don't want it to look too sharp. Like I want the contour illusion, but I don't like sharp like contour, like too harsh of a contour line. So now my next step will be to apply blush. I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Cosmetics GALifornia blush. It has like shimmer in it. I like to apply like the apples on my cheeks, but then I bring it back and connect it with like my bronzer. Then after I do that, I go back in with this fluffy bronzer brush and blend it all out. And now with the exception of my highlighter, that's it for my face. So all the products that I've used are my go-to products. These are the products that are like a staple in my routine. And so I got a PR package from Too Faced yesterday, and it was the Too Faced Turn Up the Light. It's a complexion enhancing highlighting palette. It's so pretty. I kind of forgot about the bronzer part, so I'm not gonna use that today, but I kind of want to use this highlighter to see what kind of glow we can come up with here. I'm gonna use this fluffy brush from Bella Cosmetics. It's the NG321 and apply some of the glow shade like where I would normally highlight. Ooh, oh my god. It's like a very subtle glow because with me, when I apply highlighter, I like to layer them. So this is a really pretty, blended really nicely. It's like a highlighter, like it's called glow, so it makes sense. It's a highlighter that really, oh my god, it's so pretty. So I will then apply something a little more crazy on top of it. Kind of gives you like a little vacation glow. Now to move on to the eye, I'm not gonna do like a crazy eye look. I'm gonna do like a very soft crease color. That's it. I wanted to show you guys the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. I'm gonna be using some of these shades today to kind of create like a very soft look. Easy on the go, pop some lashes on after and you're good. If I'm being lazy and I don't want to do my eyes, I will use the same bronzer on my crease and call it a day. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Cosmetics number 17. It's a blending brush. I'm gonna use this shade. And I just, ooh, oh my god, this is pigmented. Okay. So I'm just gonna blend this all over my crease. I'll add some to like my outer V for the hell of it, but this is already more than I would do for my go-to look. And I use the same brush, like kind of like the sides of it, to kind of blend out any harsh lines. I like it a lot. It looks pretty, but this is a very basic go-to look, so we will not go crazy. There will not be no shimmer on my lid. I'm gonna take the Just Peaches matte, and I'm gonna grab the shade Peaches and Cream and pop that like on my lid real quick. Nothing crazy. Then I'm gonna go in with that blending brush to kind of soften up those lines. This will look so nice with liner, but on the thumb and liner on. So that's that. That's like my simple, to the point type of eye look. I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I'm gonna pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back. Oh, pretty. So I went ahead and finished up my eyes. I applied some lashes, and then I used the same shadow that I put on my crease on my under eye. On my waterline, I have the Roller Eye Bright Pencil from Benefit. Even though my eyes are very simple, I like to give it a little pop of something. So I feel like using a bright pencil on my waterline is that little cute touch that kind of gives you like doll eye look, makes your eyes look bigger. It gives it a little something. So if someone's looking at you and they're like, huh, I like what you did there. So the lashes that I popped on today are from a brand called Glam Addict, and the style is in Glitz. Her lashes are so beautiful. I actually have a coupon code, which I'll link down below so that you can use it if you want to try some of her lashes. These are the style Glitz. They're super cute and flirty. I love them, like so obsessed. I brought down some other style. These are the style Chic. Oh my god, these are like my other go-to when I don't want to have liner on. Like, they're so pretty. So the style Flare, I would describe Flare as like Glitz but on crack. They're very flirty and like full around the edges, so it gives you that nice cat eye. So then I also applied some mascara. I applied the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is my favorite, and even though I'm wearing lashes, I love a good mascara, even though I'm just using it on the bottom of my lashes for the most part. But this mascara, even when I'm not wearing falsies, it's so amazing. So definitely I recommend it. So now we can move on to highlight, and that's like my favorite part of my makeup routine, because I fucking love highlighter. I am obsessed. No matter how minimal my makeup is, I include highlight. I don't care where I'm going, what time of the day it is. I'm wearing highlighter, and I'm wearing a lot of it. The more, the merrier. When it comes to my highlighter, I vary between like my mood. But today we're gonna be using the MAC Cosmetics Oh Darling. This is it right here. It's super, super pretty. Because of my skin tone, I like my highlighters to be on the golden bronzier side. So this is about the lightest I will go for me. I already put some on like my tear duct. I'm gonna add some to my brow bone, and then, you know, move on to the rest of my face. So the brush that I like using for my brow bone, it's actually a lash fan brush from Sigma. It's called the E04. It's like a little fan. It's so perfect. It literally fits right under my brow bone. I like to, you know, take a very generous amount. Yo, I've been sitting here too long. And then go right into my brow bone. So I like to basically, oof. And then I drag the product down. I know that's enough, but I wanted to give it a little more of a pop. Ooh, este highlighter está bien, bitch. With the same blending brush that I used on my crease, and I'm gonna go in and just blend that out because we don't need any harsh lines, sis. No, sir. This look came out a lot better than I expected. I'm excited. Okay, and now I'm gonna move on to applying highlighter to the rest of my face. And the brush that I always use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't even know the number. This is very old. It's my favorite go-to. I have other fan brushes, but I always use this one. I don't know. It just does what it needs to do. I love. And I like to spread it out a little bit, kind of like onto my bronzer. And I add some to right here. You know where the wrinkles are? I highlight my wrinkles. I just noticed. Like, you're supposed to hide them, and I'm highlighting them. Botox, back water. I'm gonna do the other side of my face and then add some more because it's levels to this shit. Before I go back in to apply more, I like to make sure that I blended out any harsh lines. Sometimes I'll be out with my friends and I'll be like, oh, you got highlighter on, but like, let me put a little more. I'm gonna highlight your life, and you add a little bit more because you could always add a little more. I sound crazy, but it's true. Like, I love highlighter, but like in the right places, obviously. The goal is to be seen from the moon. And maybe add a little bit more to like my chin area. Keep its bow. That way when I put lipstick on, like the little bit peeks through. That's how. Being cute. So now I'm gonna take a smaller brush and apply some to the tip of my nose. I'm gonna take this angled brush, the one that I was gonna use for contour, and just like go right down the center of my nose. So I apply some like right here, like the very center, and then the tip. What you wanna do is you wanna highlight the parts you wanna accentuate. If you're contouring your nose because you wanna hide a bump, you don't wanna apply highlight to that, because otherwise you're gonna be bringing attention to the part that you're trying to not bring attention to. And then like the tip, just the tip. I hate myself. So now that I look like a glazed donut, I'm gonna go in and do my lip. I'm a nude girl. Nude, brownish, nude, nude. Sometimes I like a matte, sometimes I like a glossy. For the most part, I think I'm a glossy girl. So these are the shades I typically use. So we'll do like Stripdown from MAC and maybe just like a gloss over it. I'm very simple. I do like to overdraw my lips. Not like OD, but like I go like right outside my natural line. I'm gonna go in and apply the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. This lip plumper works so amazing. It gives you that tingly feeling, but it works. It takes a little bit, but in a few minutes, you'll see the difference. So this plumper, I definitely recommend. So now that I've applied all of my makeup, the last step will be a setting spray. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. We're gonna spray a little bit of that, and I'm very generous with my setting spray because I feel like although my face looks flawless right now, because you're doing so many powders, you kind of want the setting spray to like melt everything together. I don't always use setting spray because I'm kind of like always on the go, but my makeup still lasts, but the setting spray just makes it look so much more put together. So anyways, let me spray this without fucking up my mascara. So yeah, so now I like to take my beauty blender and I don't have a fan, so I just let it sit. I don't like to mess with it because unless I see like spots, I just kind of let it dry, because if you start going in with like a sponge to try to dry it, you might remove makeup. Like, it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna give this a few minutes to dry out and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to know about me, my favorite, well, not about me, but you know, about some of my favorite products. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below any future videos you want to see, or if any of these products are some of your favorite products, or maybe share some of your favorite products. Also, please make sure to follow me on Instagram at Maria's Beauty Bar. I'm going to link that down below. I'm also going to link all the products that I use, their prices, the links to if you want to purchase them, and what else? I guess I don't know what else to say. If you want to be BM bitch, I guess you can try my makeup routine. Just remember a lot of highlighter and a little bit of attitude. And that's it. You got yourself a bad bitch. Let me stop. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you next time. Peace. I still have some problema. Like, I can't stop looking at the freaking mirror. I just want to see what I look like. The wrinkles. I'm so sorry. This chair is just squeaked.
Got my son this one.
Look a little crackheaded, but it's cool.